We have a new product from Woo Audio here today called the Tube Mini.
Tube Mini.
And the reason they call it a Tube Mini is because it's got mini tubes in it, miniature tubes.
Right, and it's mini.
And it's mini. And it's this thing here. It's actually people go by the name dongle, right?
It's a larger dongle.
It's a big dongle.
Yeah. Yes.
But inside is a clear display, and you'll see it on a.
There's actually tubes in there.
There's 2 tubes in here.
And they do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually
They're on 4 little
in there
springs in there.
Things,
yeah, there's like some sort of like springy mechanism that they float on inside that keeps them from,
making tube noises.
Isolates them from vibration and stuff. Yeah, and it's not to say you won't hear the tube go bing, bing, bing when you hit it, but the point is that they're isolated.
Yep.
On some really fancy spring mechanism. But anyway, other than that, this thing is a digital to analog converter, so a DAC, and a tube headphone amplifier in a dongle.
Pretty neat.
It's freaking cool. I don't think anyone's doing that.
No, it's a very unusual product, and there's certainly reasons for and against it, but I think it's pretty cool. It does a pretty cool job sometimes, and I guess we'll have to get into that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's just talk about let's get one thing out of the way. It's $499 US.
Right.
So it's not an inexpensive dongle. But
it's inexpensive for a headphone DAC amp combo, but yeah, for a dongle, it's quite up there.
Let's also say that it has a lot of power. It
for
actually
being bus powered, that is.
Yeah, it'll run any of our headphones, which is kind of wild for a dongle. I don't know what the hell it's rated for. We didn't get a spec on it. It's too new to know that.
It's plenty powerful enough as long as you're running the balance connector. So it has a standard single-ended and a 4.4 millimeter Pentacon output. And if you run the Pentacon on it, on any of our headphones, it's fine. On things like Dyna TC, which are higher impedance, it's a little tougher if you want it to be really blasting. It runs pretty good on everything else, though, especially Dyna V2, V1, MR, even 1266. It does a pretty fair job for its size.
Oh, didn't even try. You tried that? 1266.
Yeah, it'll run all 3 of the headphones.
It's pretty good.
I would 1266 like a lot of power,
Yeah.
right? But it'll work. I mean, the cool thing is it brings portability into the picture for all of our headphones and a lot of the flagship higher end headphones.
That brings it to the biggest point that I liked about it, though, is that you're like, oh, why don't you take this home? And then in the case still, it easily fits in your pocket.
Yeah, right.
That's
you can
key.
just carry it.
Because, you got like transportable amps that can do that, right?
Yeah.
But you don't put them in your pocket, right? They're too big. They start to get, this big.
Yeah, it comes with this little, we should have the case here, but we don't do that.
It's somewhere, but it's a little zippy case thing.
It's just a little bigger than it.
Yeah, it's like an oval shape, like a carbon fiber look thing, which is really cool. And it's got
Mm-hmm.
it's got pockets in it to hold the adapter cable if you want to use it with your whatever. It comes with the unit we have comes with a Type-C and
the lightning cable for iOS devices.
All right. Yeah, so it came with 2 cables.
Yeah.
And we should probably talk about that. We tried it on our phones, and we didn't like it on using it with a phone, and they actually recommend against using it with a cell phone.
Yeah,
it's a curious thing.
And turning it off, airplane mode, or turn off Wi-Fi and all that interference.
Naturally, you would think, well, you plug this into your phone, right? And that's the first thing I did. And it works, kind of. But I suppose you have limited power output and voltage available from the phone because it's powered from the device. And as a result, it's not the best off a phone.
Yeah, I mean, it works, but I wouldn't recommend it either. And I think, and the reason what they tell us is that it doesn't like the noise from the cellular portion of the phone, the Wi-Fi portion of the phone. It doesn't like all that RF noise. A phone is, right, that's what it's doing. It's always
got like
sending and
30
receiving.
radios in it.
Yeah, it's a noisy device for the most part. And I mean, it works okay, through a USB cable, blah, blah. But in this case, because it's powering off the phone, it don't like it. So my recommendation is at least an iPad. That
iPad works better,
make it much better. A non-cellular iPad. We don't have a cellular iPad, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, but we plugged into computers and iPad, and especially off a computer. If you plug it right into a port on a computer, desktop computer or a laptop or whatever, it's great. It really sounds good. It's impressive for its size, how awesome
the
thing is.
Type-C connector adapter that comes with it. I plugged into my studio on my desktop, the Mac, and it sounds freaking good on that. And I was running Apple Music through it, and It's actually, it is impressive how the clarity of this thing, you know,
Yep.
and the subtle detail out of a little tube dongle like this.
Mhm.
You would think it, because it's got those tiny tubes, and it'd be soft sounding.
Mhm.
It's nice. It's not bright. It doesn't sound like typical dongles would be, like, you know, lean, doesn't have any power, no balls, nothing.
Yeah, right. Like it's running out of power. It doesn't sound like that.
No, yeah, it's clear.
But I mean, it doesn't have the ultimate slam and impact of like the best
Yeah.
full size amps you can get, obviously.
Right.
But
Or some of the higher end portables.
Yeah,
It's
but-
not going to do what those do, but it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, pretty
You
good
know?
in the right situation.
Yeah, and to have enough gain to drive even our like 69 ohm Dyna TC,
Mhm.
pretty damn good. So yeah, if you have a headphone, in fact, they recommend don't use it because it has so much gain. They say don't use it with a high efficiency headphone.
Yeah, it's fairly high power, especially considering its form factor. So you don't really want to use something that's ultra sensitive, ultra low impedance or something like that. That's a little tougher for higher power amp to drive. But on most average headphones, or especially difficult to drive headphones, it really does a great job, and it sounds awesome in the right situation.
I guess that makes sense because your difficult to drive headphones are the ones you would even bother getting an external amp for
Right,
anyways. You know?
for the most part.
If
Yeah.
it's something that was efficient, you could just plug it into anything, right?
Yeah, you just use the Apple dongle.
You could just use whatever
dongle
you
and
want.
call it
yeah.
a day. But no, I mean it's kind of cool because A, it's a product that doesn't exist.
Mhm.
A tube USB dongle.
Yeah.
B, it actually powers low efficiency headphones.
Mhm.
C, it sounds cool.
And it's pocketable. That's
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's easy to travel with. I don't think TSA would have a problem with this going through
No.
the scanner. It's just a little aluminum. By the way, we should mention it's made of a solid aluminum.
Mhm.
So it's an aluminum case. It's got a cool window, front and back, so you can see the tubes in it. And is there anything else to cover with this other than? I guess not.
No,
No.
for the right situation, really cool product.
Yeah.
Wish it worked a little better, plugged right into my phone, because for me that would be a more practical use case. But yeah, if you want to take something like that mobily and plug it into your laptop, or you want to have it plugged into your work computer or something like that, it's very compact. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it'd be cool to travel with.
Yeah.
Especially if a laptop.
Like a laptop at a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even the transportable amps are pretty big, especially
Right.
if you're just throwing them in a bag and you don't want them all, banging around in there.
Yeah, and the amount of gain and power this thing has, there ain't too many things that I know of that you can purchase at this size point, where you can carry it and have that much power.
And the
I
few
don't
we
think
have
there's
heard
much
that are
out there.
bus powered, they usually, they sound like it.
They
They
sound
sound limited.
lean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice job, Woo Audio. And again, this is called the Tube Mini, and I believe it's available. They have, the first production one was done. I guess they have limited quantities and comes in different colors too. So we'll have it on our website. It's available from us. We're a dealer for Woo, and also from Woo's website as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have at it if you want to have a new toy to play with. I had to say toy. Thanks everyone for watching. Thumbs us up. Take care of yourselves.